Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Axel. And it's been a while since I sat here and showed in this background in a while. It's been a while. I was actually not planning on uploading this specific video on my main channel. Usually all the reactions that I make or games that I play, stuff like that usually go on my second channel. But I don't know why. This video, for some reason, fits my main channel more. Also, reading your guys' scary stories, I have a video ready for that one as well. Don't think I'm not reading your stories, I am. And if you got stories that you would want to share, please send them on my Instagram. That's my Instagram right there. Today we're gonna be reacting to Latin American legends. It's an iceberg, so you guys are in for a treat on this one. This is my reaction to all the legends. You know, I really wanna react to Mexican legends. I don't know why. It's in my culture. You know what I mean? I want to react to them live, but there's just so many like legends in my culture. You know, we got La Llorona, Chupacabra, a whole bunch of things, bro. Should we watch like a whole compilation about it? Oh look, there's Latin American urban legends. Should we watch this? Say we give it a go. Let's see. An iceberg of urban legends. Latin urban legends. Let's see what we got here, y'all. Pretty interested in this. Alright, if you guys want to know what this video is called, it's called the Latin American Urban Legends. The iceberg story. Let's see.
It's currently October, so to fit the theme, I found urban legends and folklore from all around Latin America.
You see? This is all the legends we got. La Llorona, obviously, that's like the main one everybody knows. El Chupacabra, I know that one. I don't know these ones though. Oh my goodness. La Pascualita, yeah, I know that one. Horsewoman, that one too. What's that one? What's that one with the jinete without his head or something? Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it. Let's see though.
Them into an iceberg. As you know, the deeper we go, the more disturbing and obscure these stories will get. I made this one myself, so let me know how it is. Sit back and enjoy.
Alright, let's see. Tier 1. La Llorona.
Undoubtedly, the goat of Latin American urban legends is La Llorona.
Absolutely, the goat, yeah.
The Weeping Woman. A story I'm sure a lot of you have heard. The legend
all of us have heard of it
and has had many variations over the decades. But the story generally goes like this. There was once a beautiful woman named Maria. She married a rich man, and together they had 2 kids. After a few years, her husband started to ignore her while he was home, and only focused his attention on his kids. One day, Maria was strolling with her 2 children on a pathway near the river. Her husband happened to come by in a carriage with a younger lady beside him, showing acts of love. After seeing this, Maria, in a fit of rage, turned to her children and threw them into the river, drowning them both. As they disappeared into the water, Maria had realized
we all know the story. We all know the lore.
Into immense guilt. She then ran into the river, drowning herself as well. Legend goes that her spirit still roams the earth, looking for her kids around riverbanks, dressed in her white gown, and crying for her kids. If you ever hear her wails at night, you'd better turn around.
Oh
the story
my God.
is mainly told to kids to deter them from wandering off at night.
Yeah. No. The Llorona. My grandma has told me stories that she saw her. She saw the Llorona. I mean, it could have been just a random woman, you know, a random woman in Mexico. But nah, bro. This is not something you want to fuck with, right? This is not something you mess around with. The Llorona is real. I believe in it. My grandma does not lie about anything like that. My grandma's not a liar. And she told me she saw and she heard the Llorona.
And near bodies of water. But if you were like me as a kid, they just told you to scare the hell out of you. The story has since spread all over Latin America and even into the United States, being popularized by the 2019 movie The Curse of La Llorona. although I don't recommend watching it.
Why? I've never seen that movie. I don't know this one.
El Cadejo is the story of two supernatural spirits that appear as dogs. They both share the same name, but are distinguished by the color of their fur and their eyes.
Wait a minute.
One...
Wait a minute. Is that the black dog with the red eyes? That's the one I saw. That's the one I saw in real life. Black dog with red eyes. Huge dog. Back in 2017. You guys know that video. Go check out that video if you guys haven't.
Takes the shape
It's in my
of a
main
black
YouTube channel.
dog, sporting red eyes.
Yes, it is.
It has
It's this
exceptional
one.
strength and preys on those who are weak-minded, sinful, or have vices. In
Weak-minded.
some stories,
It literally appeared to me at the most darkest times of my life. Oh my god. Oh my god.
the Black Cadejo will kill the person as soon as it sees them. In others, the dog will look the person on the face, and the person will slowly rot away and die. On the contrary, the good Cadejo is
I'm
white
alive.
with blue eyes, and is a guardian to those who encounter it, protecting them from danger and harm on their journey, oftentimes helping drunk men get home safely, as well as mothers and their children. Apparently, the white Cadejo is the only way to survive an encounter with the Black Cadejo.
I don't
As their
remember seeing the
lifelong
white
enemies.
dog. Do you remember the dog and red eyes? El Chupacabra.
Another classic, literally meaning goat sucker, El Chupacabra is one of the
Goat
most
sucker?
popular urban legends. Originally from Puerto Rico, the creature sightings have since spread to other countries, like the US or even in Russia. The creature is described as a reptilian with alien-like features.
I thought it was a
legend
dog.
originates from 1975, in a small town in Puerto Rico, where a series of livestock deaths prompted panic. Farmers reported finding their animals
Wasn't a
completely drained of
Chupacabra a
blood
dog or
with
something?
puncture wounds. It wasn't until 1995 where 8 sheep were discovered dead, again completely drained of blood with puncture wounds in the chest area. A few months later, a night witness saw the Chupacabra in a town where as many as 150 farm animals and pets were killed. Apparently, the eyewitness who first saw the creature saw the 1995 movie Species before making her report. The movie has alien creatures that bear a very similar resemblance to the Chupacabra and may or may not have influenced the person to exaggerate her sighting. It still makes for a cool story though.
Yeah. I thought no, the Chupacabra does not. La luz mala.
La Luz Mala, aka the Bad Light, was described as a ball of light that floated above the ground at night.
Alright, I'm learning a lot
In
about
popular
these
legend,
also.
the ball was said to be the soul of a person who did not receive a proper Christian burial. Therefore, the light was
I
greatly
only knew a
feared,
few of them,
as
not
they were
all
bad
of them.
omens to those who encountered one. It's said that the greener the light, the more evil the spirit is, and upon encountering one, you should say a prayer and bite the sheath of a knife if you have one. In reality, this is a classic will o' the wisp. It happens a short distance above bodies of water and swamps, and it forms when organic matter decomposes, releasing methane and phosphorus. The gases ignite and form a small blue flame, a phenomenon that occurs all around the world. In the forest of the Dominican Republic, there is said to be a beautiful woman living there, only appearing at nighttime.
A
You know
mermaid?
you found her if you hear the chirps of a bird or soft moaning. The woman is completely naked, with long, soft hair down to her ankles. However, you'll notice that her feet are backwards. If you approach
I did
and
not
look her
see
in the
that.
eyes, it's too late. You'll fall into a trance and follow her to where she pleases. Her name is La Ciguapa, and once she gets a hold of
Ciguapa.
you, she'll lead you somewhere isolated, where either she'll drain your blood with a kiss, or kill you and eat you over several weeks.
Yeah, I've heard that
Those
one
that go
about
out looking for lost
taking
men
you somewhere.
will be left confused, as her backwards facing feet will send anyone who hasn't seen her in the opposite direction, ensuring she is never found.
Blonde in the bathroom.
One
Oh,
of the most famous urban
this?
legends from Brazil. This one takes inspiration from Bloody Mary. Legend goes that there was once a beautiful girl with golden hair, who one day tragically died in the bathroom of her school. Some sources say she died from bullying, others say
Bathroom in
it was an accident.
school?
but whatever happened caused her to haunt the school bathroom forever. They say if you do a ritual,
Oh my
like
God.
leaving hair in the sink and repeating her name 3 times, she will appear dressed in white with cotton stuffed in her nose, along with injuries all over her body.
3 times? Is that like the
After you
Bloody
summon
Mary?
her, she'll haunt and kill you.
Oh, hell no. That was only tier 1. We're now in tier 2. Alright, I don't know these ones. I know the La Pascualita. Yeah, this one. Oh my God.
On the 25th of March, 1930, Pascuala Esparza's bridal boutique in Chihuahua, Mexico,
Hell no,
displayed a new
not this
mannequin
one.
wearing a bridal gown from one of their collections. Something that seemed normal, but locals were immediately surprised by the mannequin's appearance. It looked eerily lifelike, with wrinkles, veins, and worn-out
It
nails.
looks real. It's
It wasn't
a
long
human.
after people started to speculate that the mannequin was actually the owner's daughter, who passed away on her wedding day after being bitten by a black widow. The rumor caused the public to shame the
Hell
owner
no.
for displaying her, but the owner denied the claims, saying it was simply a mannequin. But no one ever believed her, as she always refused to show proof that she was just a mannequin. Some say they saw the mannequin cry, or followed them with their eyes.
Isn't
The
there a
daughter's
video?
name has been lost, but the name Pascualita has stuck over the years. And today, 95 years later, the urban legend still stands, as well as La Pascualita.
Fuck no. Even mannequins without any faces still look weird. She who steps.
She who steps, aka the night hag, is described as a very thin old woman with long fingers,
What's this? Let's
dirty
see.
nails, and long shaggy hair.
A
In
bruja.
Brazilian legend, she is said to watch over families over their roof. When an individual sleeps with a full stomach, the night hag sneaks into their room and sits on their chest, disabling their ability to move. During her attack, the victim's eyes remain open, but are helpless, as they aren't even able to speak. Her only motive is to cause distress and panic, as she feeds off of fear. One of the many interpretations of sleep paralysis.
Sleep
in culture.
paralysis.
Back then, sleep paralysis was considered the work of demons and spirits. Brazil went for an old lady. Hey, I won't judge. Also, a fun fact about me, I get sleep paralysis very often. Actually, I had it twice, just yesterday. So this one kind of hits close.
No, I've had sleep paralysis once in my life. Never again. Hopefully I never get to experience that again. What's this?
This is an interesting one.
What the fuck?
Passed down from generation to generation is the cautionary tale of the Jarhacha. It is
Jarhacha.
believed to be punishment for Christians that engage in incest. After the individual or individuals committed the act, Peruvians believed that God would transform the sinner into the monster known as the Jarhacha. The cursed person was said to begin transforming once the sun went down, looking like a mix between a llama and a human. The human head would be the only
That's
retaining
disturbing.
feature, however heavily distorted. The monster was doomed to wander the earth at night, unable to sleep and cursed with great hunger. People believed the Jarhacha would consume people's brains, which would contain their soul. And if the creature ate a pure and clean soul, it would absorb the soul's power and break the curse.
Alligator man.
A long time ago, there was a Colombian fisherman who had a weird habit of spying on naked women who bathed in the waters of Magdalena River. Although he was watching from the trees, he feared he would be caught. So one day, he visited a witch. The witch told him he can turn himself into an alligator so that no one would suspect him, and he could look at the woman for as long as he wanted. She gave him 2 potions, a red one that turned himself into the alligator, and a white one that turned him back. He gleefully took the potions and used this method for quite some time. But one day,
Just for
his friend who
being
usually
a pervert,
accompanied
he
him
did that?
wasn't available. It was his job to splash the white potion on the alligator to turn him back. So the man got a substitute to help him instead. But since the substitute wasn't used to seeing the alligator, he got scared and dropped the white potion, splashing a bit of liquid on the alligator's head.
Oh,
What
hell
resulted
no.
was a hybrid between alligator and man, where only his head changed back, but his body remained as an alligator. Afterwards, no woman ever dared to bathe in the river. Only his mother approached him. Every night, She came to the river to comfort him and bring him his favorite foods. One day, she went out on a journey to find the witch, only to discover she had died. When his mother returned, she also died of sadness. Now left alone, the alligator man decided to let the river carry him out to sea. And ever since, fishermen in the area are still on the lookout to prove that the legend is real.
I don't know. I don't think that's real. But hey, if it is, damn. I mean,
In
on
Monterrey,
him
Mexico,
for being a
there's a
fucking
strange
pervert.
house that has been attributed with an eerie urban legend. The story revolves around a father and daughter who arrive in Monterrey. Daughter was disabled and couldn't walk, therefore she needed a wheelchair to move. Wanting a house where his daughter could live happily, the father hired an architect who designed a house with tubular structures and ramps, perfect for his daughter. But after a few months of construction, things were starting to go wrong. Tools were starting to disappear, and strange noises were being heard. And one day, while the workers were drinking, one of them fell from the top of the house to his death. Shortly afterwards, a second worker fell from a window. Despite this, construction continued. However, one day, the father took his daughter to the construction site to show her the progress of the house. She wanted to see the mountains, so her father took her to the very top. But tragically, the girl fell off and died. The father ended up destroying his life and spent his time drinking inside the house. No longer able to cope with the pain, he too fell off, ending his own life. The house stopped construction and remained abandoned for the next 40 years. But legend goes, you can hear wailing coming from inside the house and see the girl riding her wheelchair, forever wandering the site. Except the house was restored recently. Pretty cool.
Oh, hell no. No, thank you. Tier 3. A ver, let's see. Featherless, fleshless women.
La Descarnada
I said
is said to be a
featherless.
stunning woman seen wandering around lonely roads late at night. If a man happens to drive by and offers her a ride, she'll happily accept, giving him the name of a nearby place. Her voice is soft and alluring, her smile irresistible, enough to make any man forget his caution. But as the drive goes on, something changes. The woman slowly turns to face him, her beauty beginning to decay before his eyes.
Oh, I've heard this story
slowly
before.
rotting away her skin, degrading any muscle left over, until she's fully presented herself as a living skeleton.
A living skeleton. Hell no. The Whistler.
In Venezuela and Colombia, The Whistler is a story of a young boy who had every wish granted by his parents. Anything he wanted, they would give him. In turn, the boy became spoiled and acted out if he didn't get what he wanted.
An
One day,
iPad kid in
the boy wanted to eat
back in the
something
days.
for dinner, despite it being very hard to come by in the region. His father obliged and went out hunting for deer. After several hours, his father was unable to get any and came home empty-handed. The boy became infuriated and plunged his father's hunting knife into his stomach,
Oh,
killing him.
shit.
Without any remorse, the boy brutally ripped out his father's guts. He took the guts and gave them to his mother to cook.
What the?
As they were eating him, the boy's mother became suspicious and started asking questions until she ultimately found out it was her husband she was eating. Horrified,
hell
his
no.
grandfather punished him by tying him up to a post in the middle of a field and tortured him. He was later released alongside 2 rabid dogs, but not before being cursed to carry a sack with his father's bones for all eternity. He's described as a very thin and tall man, around 6 feet. He sports a straw hat, worn clothes, and obviously his iconic sack. He wanders through plains and forests while whistling. They say that if you hear the whistle far away, he is actually close by.
Very close to
And
that,
if you
yeah.
hear the whistle nearby, he's far away. And the only way to ward him off is to carry a whip, or a chili, as well as dogs, as they were the items used to torture him. In some versions, he only attacks womanizers and drunkards. In others, he is a harbinger of death. If he appears by your house at night, he will drop a sack on the ground and count the bones one by one. If someone inside hears it, nothing will happen. But if someone doesn't hear it before dawn, one person in your home will die. Coming from Chile,
I don't know how to say
this
that.
urban legend tells the tragic story of a
What
child.
is that?
When a family had their firstborn son, 9 days later, he was either sold or kidnapped by a warlock. If the child was baptized, the warlock used black magic to reverse it. The warlock then transformed the infant into something horrifying. He broke the child's right leg, twisting it over their back. When the child was 3 months old, the warlock split their tongue in half, sharpened their teeth, and applied a magic cream to the child's back, causing thick hairs to grow. It's said that during the very first months of the child's life, the warlock would feed them black cat's milk and goat flesh. When the child was old enough, he would eventually feed them human corpses from cemeteries. This process deformed the child, making their appearance completely unrecognizable from a normal human being. The Imbuche acted as a sort of pet to the warlock, guarding his cave. Sometimes he would use it as an instrument for revenge if the warlock had conflicts with other people. And because of the magical knowledge the Imbuche has acquired over the years, sometimes it would act as the warlock's advisor.
Okay. Horsewoman, yeah, I know this one.
Pretty similar to La Ciguapa and Descarnada, La Ciguanaba is a beautiful woman who spends her time bathing near rivers or fountains. At nighttime, she lures men outside without showing them her face. She leads them into isolated places, mainly forests. She appears normal until the very last second, revealing her face to be a horse skull. I'm starting to notice a theme here.
No, bro. It's just my style. Look at this, dude. Are you like an emo? No, bro. I'm Mexican. We're not allowed to be emos in Mexican culture. No, bro. It's just my signature look. But thanks for asking, though. Alright, tier 4. This is the last one. The man with no eyelids is Allison's imagery. Alright, let's see.
They say if you're walking the streets of Buenos Aires at night, you might come across a dark figure staring at you a short distance away. The figure wasn't there before, and you only noticed him from the corner of your eye. You turn to look, and the figure
Oh yeah,
starts walking towards you.
Mexican goths are baddies, bro.
But you notice the man has a suit, so you don't mistake him for a mugger or homeless guy. If you keep walking, maybe cross a street or two, you'll still hear the man's footsteps behind you, growing louder.
Is that Slender Man, apparently?
Any call for help is pointless. People just look at you like you're crazy. If the man ever catches up to you,
Oh, hell no.
he won't utter a sound,
That was a
Or
bit of a
touch
jump
you.
scare right there.
or harm you in any way. He'll instead look at you in the eyes intensely,
What the fuck?
and there you'll notice something strange. The man has no eyelids, just eyes,
Oh.
dried up and red. It's only after you look into his eyes that he'll leave you alone, as if he wanted you to know his suffering. It's commonly known that the man was born with a birth defect,
What
and
the
his
fuck
family threw
is
him out
this?
into the streets, believing he was the son of the devil.
I do not know how to say these names, but hey, I'm
Pish taco, meaning slaughter,
Pistaco.
is an urban legend from Peru. A
I'm
pish
in, bro.
taco
I'm
is someone who
learning all
attacks an
about
individual
these
and extracts the human fat
urban
from
legends
it.
in Latin America.
Often given a white male profile, he is said to be armed with a long knife, where he beheads or dismembers his victims. The human fat is then used for several purposes. mainly commercial.
Pistaco.
In
I could
more
go for some
recent times,
tacos right now,
The fish
actually.
taco is not a human, but a creature that resembles a human, but has a long tongue, which it uses to extract the fat from the victim directly.
Hear me out.
The origins of the legend remains a mystery, but it's been suggested that it originated from the Spanish conquest, where Spanish soldiers would use the fat from natives to treat their wounds or produce grease. In 2009, the urban legend would turn to real life when a Peruvian gang was caught allegedly selling human fat after 60 people disappeared. Police officers determined that the pish tacos kidnapped victims, dismembered them, and exposed their bodies to candle heat to extract their fat.
Oh, what
Afterwards,
the
they
fuck?
sent the fat to Europe.
For what? Elephant Cemetery.
The Elephant Cemetery is a terrifying urban legend from Bolivia. I think it's the worst one here. It's not a creature or a vengeful spirit.
What is it then?
Rather, it's something more real. There's a local legend in La Paz. There are small, isolated hotel rooms where alcoholics can go, and for a small fee, can drink themselves to death without fear of interruption.
Just drinking?
The alcohol is provided for you, and they will keep coming until you can't go any further. If you ever change your mind, you can ring a bell.
Why would
If you
someone do
don't,
that?
You'll pass away, and your body will be thrown onto the street. These buildings are called elephant graveyards.
What's the
It's horrifying
behind
to
the name
imagine
though?
that such a place can exist somewhere in the world. It's even more chilling that there are people who are willing to help you do this. The legend has become so popular over there that they made a movie titled Elephant Cemetery. But
Who's that movie
are these
from?
places actually real? From what I've researched, yes,
Oh hell
in a
no.
different way. They're not
Oh
advertised as
my
elephant
god.
cemeteries.
I'm getting haunted, people. My light ring changed settings. Keep in mind, that only changes by physical touch. Give me a second. Oh no. Hell no. Hell no. I think I'm just scaring myself, honestly. That light ring it could only change by physical touch. Something's in here with me. These scary
Nor is
videos.
it a place where you can drink yourself to death. Rather, there are bars or buildings very underground that offer incredibly cheap alcohol that's not safe to drink. Usually the customers are homeless people or alcoholics, and sometimes
I
these
wonder my
trips can
uncle's
lead to
there.
their death, which gave birth to the urban legend. Still, it's scary to see that these places do exist in one way or the other.
No, not Santi. Hell no. That's my mother, guys. Wait, who is it? Yeah, it's my mother. No, don't bring it. Don't. I do not claim no negative energy. Santi's not here. If you guys do not know who that is, watch my video on YouTube. Her scary stories video, guys. the scariest stories you would ever hear. Actually, that's it. That's
I
it.
know this is a bit of a different video than I usually do, but I had fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Feel free to share any urban legend in the comments. It doesn't have to be from Latin America. If it's Halloween
But-
for you,
okay.
have a happy Halloween.
Okay, but Latin America, I'm sorry. In Latin America, especially in Mexico, they have the best stories, man. You guys cannot say no. They do. We have the best stories. We have the best ghost stories.